How am I gonna show a guy with the ability to shoot webs and swing around the city without swinging around the city?
Dan's a complete nutcase.
I needed the shot. That's it.
The year's 1992. Tobey Maguire looks like this. Spider-Man had never been seen on the big screen before, and I was... well, I hadn't been born yet, but... sorry. But while the world was wearing baggy clothes and playing SNES, the fan film of all fan films was being created. The Green Goblin's Last Stand is a 50-minute film adapted from the comic of the same name that was made for $400 and aquarium tickets. No, literally, the director Dan Poole would use the free tickets he got from his job at the Baltimore Aquarium to get things he needed for the film. Speaking of the film, get out your popcorn buckets because we are about to have a watch party. No, there's nothing in this bucket. Just for theme. Spider-Man hops in a car and rides it for a while, talking to himself. I mean, he's talking to the criminals, but they can't really hear him because he's on top of their car. So he's talking to himself. He captures these mystery criminals and swings off because he's gonna date.
Damn, she must be one happy lady.
We see this woman ripping apart restaurant decorations.
He'll be here.
Peter shows up and does some,
2 years? No way. It doesn't seem like more than 2 weeks ago you begged me to go stay with you.
Is it just me or does Gwen's hair here really look like Supergirl's from the Crisis on Infinite Earth comic? Sorry, y'all know I can't go a video without bringing up Supergirl. In theaters June 26th, by the way.
Excuse me, is there anything I can get for you this evening?
No, thank you. I think I have everything I need right here.
I think he means food, you nut.
After a conversation about Spider-Man, which is mostly Gwen expressing her hate for him, Peter's spider senses start going off over a passing cab.
I thought I just saw Norman Osborn.
I thought he was in that institution for millionaires.
Maybe his amnesia wore off.
We get some context and get to see Norman entering what seems to be Harry's house. And I'm inferring that's who he's looking for, using the subtle clues that the movie gives us.
Harry, my son? Harry? It's your father, Harry! Harry! Harry, my son! Parker! What are you doing here? Where's my son?
Hi, Mr. Osborn. I haven't seen Harry. I was just coming here to look for him.
You're supposed to be his best friend, you liar!
Peter's freaking out about Harry and that whole interaction, and damn! Holy hair, man.
Holy hair, holy hair, holy hair.
Anyway, Norman reads a newspaper about the Green Goblin, and it's strangely familiar to him. And they cleverly show us that Peter Parker is responsible for this, and then say it out loud.
Photos by Peter Parker.
And then also remind us again that Peter is Harry's best friend.
Peter Parker! Harry's best friend!
But hey, I'm no writer. Who am I to judge? Then Norman sees Spider-Man and flips out. He was just hallucinating that. This whole sequence feels like a game transitioning from gameplay into a cutscene, and I actually think that's super cool. Norman runs around losing it for 2 minutes and 19 seconds before running into some random thugs who carry wooden sticks. But bro can't stop hallucinating seeing Spider-Man everywhere.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
He absolutely beats up these guys, except my absolute goat right here. This dude who's dressed like Smee from Peter Pan for some reason.
Spider-Man? What does this have to do with that killer?
Gwen, please. I know you still blame him for your father's death, but give him the benefit of the doubt. He was just trying to help.
Gwen runs off, so Peter misses a call from Harry.
Harry?
Norman finally wakes up from his brutal beating by the beer bottle guy. That's my goat right there. And screams around the warehouse until he discovers that it is in fact the exact warehouse he used to keep his evil Green Goblin stuff. Meanwhile, Peter goes to find Harry.
Oh, God!
Who discovers that his dad was looking for Peter's address. What? Peter proceeds to just disappear after that.
Before you leave, don't forget to write it down for me. Pete?
We cut to Peter's dark room, which, hey Pete, that sounds a lot like an evil villain layer name. You gotta think of something else. Gwen is there to apologize about last night.
Peter, I love you.
Girl, he's literally not in the building. I don't know why you're getting offended that he's not responding to you.
I wish Spider-Man would disappear forever.
What are you wins the game?
This guy's eye acting is off the charts, and oh my lord, he's swinging off the side of a building. Wait, if the year is 1992, and this is essentially a no-budget film, is he just dangling there? Yeah, he is. Besides his hair, I have not quite let you know just how insane Dan Poole is. And if it wasn't super obvious, he's a lifelong Spider-Man fan who saw that Stan Lee left a message in the comic The Best of Spider-Man saying Spider-Man would soon be made into a live-action movie. Dan thought that with great power, being a big fan of Spider-Man who had dreams of being a stuntman and an actor, he had the great responsibility of doing anything he could to be involved in that production. He didn't actually start with the Green Goblin's Last Stand though. He made a series of even shorter shorts, like this one where he fights Mysterio. And also he did this fresh out of high school with no formal film or acting or stunt training, by the way. Just thought you should know. During his productions though, the official Spider-Man movie was being tossed between productions and creative teams. After 4 years though, Stan Lee had another announcement that would shake Dan's world. One of the most innovative directors ever was going to be making the Spider-Man movie. And how do you impress James Cameron of all people? Well, you adapt one of the most gripping comic books of all time, and in turn throw yourself 500 feet off buildings without any harness or anyone's permission multiple times. And I can make fun of how long he makes certain scenes go on for, or the cheesy overwritten dialogue, or the funny action scenes in the final battle that I haven't even shown you guys yet. But this man did all this with literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know the kind of movies I did with nothing? I was like 12, but it just goes to show how insane Dan Poole really was. And I mean that in a good way. And I think that this movie really does have the sauce. First of all, I really love the suit. This is much more what I imagined Spider-Man's suit to look like. That kind of stretchy pajama looking thing. It makes more sense for Peter to make something like this over the super detailed and skin tight suits we see in the movies. And also, even just from what I've shown you guys so far, there's so many cool shots and stuff that studios do not have the guts to pull off anymore. But now let's see the rest of his insanity and finish the movie. Still nothing. This is where the Green Goblin absolutely locks in.
I have your girlfriend here, Spider-Man. I expect you know what that means.
You tell me, Goblin.
Also, I love this sound effect because I can so imagine Dan Poole on the mic making that sound effect with his mouth. I'm so grateful I live in the future and I can just drag and drop sound effects into my timeline. Okay, this part gets me so confused. So he checks on Gwen, not her pulse or anything because, okay. And it's like, phew, she's alive. And then she gets thrown off the building.
No!
And he webs her with webs, which are actually milk, by the way. It's like a mixture of milk and water. And captures her before she hits the ground, but suddenly now she's dead. I don't know, I think she died right here, but Peter just doesn't know how to check a pulse so that we as an audience could have this like Chasm 2 moment. And this traumatized me, by the way. Imagine little kindergarten me begging my parents to go see this movie because I like the Spider-Man cartoons and then seeing this. Actual trauma. Andrew Garfield, you will pay for your crimes. Hello, I just want to hop on here and say that I'm very sorry to Andrew Garfield and his friends and family and his fans because I know he has hella fans as Spider-Man, and I just want to make sure that I am accountable for my actions. I'm very sorry for what I said about him, and I think he's actually a great Spider-Man. Anyway, so Gwen died, rest in peace, and Peter's hella mad, and there's hella fights, and Green Goblin's glider goes hella fast. No, I'm joking. Eventually, the Goblin gets away, back to his little warehouse. Spider-Man's back, and so is the glider. There's some more action. Spider-Man ends up with the ripped mask, hella aura. There's some cheesy fight stuff, and actually, I can't be talking, knowing my track record. Whoa. Anyway.
You took my Gwen!
Yeah, maybe I should stop talking bad about the glider. I definitely do not want to end up on its bad side. So, the day's saved, and Peter Parker, he just has to keep on. So no, nothing ever came of the Green Goblin's Last Stand. James Cameron never saw it, and even if he did, I'm sure he wouldn't have taken any inspiration from it for the project he actually did end up working on. The first Spider-Man franchise of many kicked off, one that Dan Poole had no part in, and since then, everything has gone bigger and bigger, and nobody's really looked back. Well, actually, some people did look back. In 2002, a full decade after the film was created, a documentary was made about the making of the film. Though the film had garnered some fan attention at the time of its release, the documentary's really really what introduced the world to Dan's work. It was screened at many film festivals. People who knew the film got to see just how crazy the making of it really was, and people who had never heard of it suddenly wanted to watch it. I've been using clips throughout this video, but I really recommend you guys watch it yourself. They even spent some time talking about his hair specifically.
Good or bad, the acting was upstaged by the hair.
There's actually a whole channel on YouTube where you can watch the film, the documentary, and other stuff. And really, there's a whole community throughout YouTube. Remember that funny clip of Spider-Man doing this? Yeah, I'm not the first person to find that funny. People really do love this movie. I was even kind of nervous about making this video in the first place since there's already such a fan base.
Speaking of, I was literally getting some last minute like clips and stuff editing this, and I see that somebody less than a week ago posted a video about this movie. So from the short bit I've seen of that video, it's pretty funny, so go watch it after this.
I think there's a lot that can still be said. For example, Dan Poole still runs an active Facebook account for the film. He even gives shoutouts to videos made about it. I really hope I can make it up there.
He also put a Dropbox file on there where you can see like a bunch of extra stuff, like even the freaking bridge that he shot on. So I'll leave that linked for you guys.
Even on his Instagram, he's still repping the movie and Spidey over 30 years later. I really think the biggest lesson from the Green Goblin's last stand, though, is to just be yourself. You do you, as the kids say. You can put all your effort into something, whether it's a cinematic fight or a purposefully cheesy mini skit. But you can't control who likes your work. Some people just won't, whether that's the movie industry or your friends or whatever. Just as long as you yourself enjoy what you're doing. And I mean, Dan created freaking the Godfather of fan films that's still being watched to this day. Things rarely work out the way you picture them, but that doesn't mean they don't work out. Oh, and someone put Dan Poole in Beyond the Spider-Verse, please. Okay, thank you.